What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yoga with Alyssa. It's been a minute since I've posted a video, and it's time we get back into the swing of things. So with today's video, we're just gonna move through a slow flow, mainly just to help you feel good. You can do this video at any point in your day, but it's time to grab your mat, put on something comfy, and let's get into the video. Starting the video in our tall seated position. Option for your legs to be crossed out in front of you. You can extend your legs long out in front of you. You can even find a kneeling position if that feels better. But no matter what seated position you choose, taking this moment for an inhale as you draw your shoulders up in towards your ears. Exhale. Let the shoulders soften all the way down your back. Let your hands rest down on top of your knees, or they can rest next to your hips. Begin to soften your gaze or close your eyes. You're continuing to bring your focus in on your breath. Coming into that conscious inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. And with each breath that you take, begin to feel this chain reaction within the body. Notice as the space between your eyebrows grows apart from each other. Let the jaw soften. Feel those shoulders relax even more down the back. And following that softness down the spine, straight into the sit bones, where you begin to ground even more into your mat. Dropping yourself into this place of presence. And with the beauty of our breath, when we consciously focus in on it, we automatically drop ourselves into the present. Because the only place that the breath and even the body lies is in the present moment. It doesn't sit in the past, it doesn't sit in the future. It only sits right here. And in this moment with your breath, letting yourself rejoice in that knowing. That you are in the present. The past has already happened, you can let that go. The future hasn't even happened. So why not let it go too? Let yourself find peace right here, right now, with the body. Taking this moment for 3 more rounds of breath, centering yourself to the practice. Let the breath flow a little bit deeper. Let the exhales come out a little bit longer. And as you begin to take your next inhale, Circle the arms, reach up overhead, really spread wide through the fingers as the fingers come to the ceiling. Exhale, bend your elbows. Begin to open your arms to goalposts. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards each other, almost like you're trying to hold a pencil in between them. Inhale, let the fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend your elbows open to goalposts. One more inhale to extend the arms up overhead. And on your exhale, begin to soften down. Send your heart down towards the tops of your legs. Fingertips can rest right out in front of you. As you soften into a seated fold, coming as far as you can go. Letting yourself soften into your low back and into your hips. You're just letting the breath continue to flow. Take a full inhale in. Exhale, your option to roll up onto the knees, coming to tabletop, or you can come up to your tall seated position and shift the feet out to the side, sending yourself into your tabletop position. So from tabletop, you're coming to hands and knees. You're bringing shoulders over wrists, knees underneath your hips, and really spread wide through the hands, ground down through the palms. Letting the top of your feet ground into your mat. And inhale, you're going to begin to release the belly down. Send the heart through the arms and feel as the eyes of the elbows shift towards the top of your mat. Send your gaze forward. Exhale, press the mat away, round your spine towards the ceiling, and then see as the eyes of the arms shift in towards each other. Inhale, float the belly down, bring your heart forward. Exhale, press your mat away, round your spine. Continue to take this moment to flow in your cat-cow motion with your own breath. Using the breath as your guide, flowing at your own pace. Begin to flow through 2 more rounds. And when you finish that last round, you're going to send yourself up into your downward facing dog. Exhale. Begin to tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back towards the back of the room as you shift back into your downward facing dog. So take a moment here to find any movement that feels good for the body. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just let yourself really settle into the feeling of the posture. Then begin to take a moment, settle into stillness. Feel your inner thighs shift in towards the back of the room. Invite your heels down towards the mat. They don't actually have to make it. Let the belly draw up and in and soften through the shoulders. Let them release away from the ears. Create space for your neck here. And as you hold here in stillness in your downward facing dog, let the breath continue to flow. Inhale, shift your gaze towards the top of your mat. Exhale to walk or step your feet towards your hands. Come to your forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Hands come to shins. Really reach out through the crown of your head all the way down through to your tailbone. Exhale, soften down into your forward fold. Inhale to circle your arms, reach up overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, open to goalposts, send your heart towards the ceiling, coming into a slight back bend. Inhale, reach fingertips to the ceiling, come to that neutral spine. Exhale, soften through your knees, come down to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, begin to step both of your feet back into your high plank. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, let the weight press back to your heels. Keep the shoulders and hips in one long line. Then you always have the option here to release your knees, bringing them slightly behind your hips. So just finding that plank variation for yourself here. You're going to take a deep inhale. Exhale, begin to bend your elbows in towards your side, lower down onto your belly. Inhale. Press the hip bones to your mat, lift your head and chest, come up into a baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, let yourself soften down onto your belly. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, you're gonna press up to tabletop, taking your hips back to your heels, active child's pose. Pressing the palm of your hands into your mat. You'll feel the weight shift back into your hips, the stretch into the bottoms of your feet. Inhale, round your spine, come up. Exhale, mount your hips down towards your mat. Inhale and lift the heart up and through the arms into an upward facing dog. Exhale, begin to tuck your toes, shift your hips back to tabletop, then take it up to downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale to walk or step forward, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale and release. Inhale, circle your arms, reach up overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, open your heart, coming into goalpost. Feel your feet ground to your mat. Inhale, reach up, growing tall. Exhale, soften through the knees, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, step both feet back, high plank. Exhale, lower down, keeping the elbows in towards your side as you come to your belly. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale and lower. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press up tabletop, then hips go to heels, active child's pose. Take a round of breath. Inhale, round your spine to come up. Exhale, hips go down towards the mat. Inhale, heart through the arms. Exhale, shift your hips back to tabletop. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk or step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release the body down to your fold. Inhale, circle your arms, reach all the way up. Exhale, bend your elbows open to goalpost, open the heart. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips, find your tall spine. And as you exhale, you're going to begin to shift the weight over to your right foot. So feel the activation of that right leg as you press up and out through the right foot. As you exhale, you're going to bring the hands to your heart center. Draw your left knee towards your chest. Bring it up as high as you can get it. Just take a moment here with your balance. And as you inhale, arms are going to reach out into a T. Exhale, you're going to guide your left foot back behind you, extending it out into a warrior three. So as you do this, fingertips swim back towards your hips. Draw that left hip down to keep it in line with your right. Take a deep inhale to hold for your balance. Exhale, begin to bend your right knee. You're going to lower left toes all the way down back behind you. So just making sure that right knee is coming over the ankle or slightly behind it. Inhale, fingertips lift to the ceiling, come into high crescent lunge. Feel the hip bones lift towards the shoulders. Exhale, bend the elbows, open to goalpost, lower left knee down halfway. You're going to inhale, lift back up, fingertips to the ceiling. Then exhale, take that left foot, spin it parallel to the back edge of your mat. So the back edge of your foot matches the back edge of your mat. Again, keeping that right knee bent over the ankle, track it towards your pinky toe, beginning to settle yourself into your warrior two. So arms are reaching long. You have a straight line with the arms from front middle finger to back middle finger. Press the weight back into that back foot, keeping that left leg sturdy here for your stake. Then begin to take your right palm. You're going to flip the palm of the hand up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach forward slightly. Exhale, take your right fingertips up and back to reverse warrior. Inhale, bring it through to center. Exhale, right forearm releases to the top of your right thigh. Left hand extends up and over to extended side angle. Inhale, lift up through to center, warrior two. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame that right foot. So come on the tippy toes of your left foot. Then inhale, you're going to take right foot back into a three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee, stack your right hip on top of your left. Inhale to bring yourself through to center. Then exhale, just lower that right foot down to your downward facing dog. Inhale, round your spine, come forward to high plank. Again, stacking shoulders over wrists. Exhale, bend the elbows to your side, lower to your belly. Inhale to lift head and chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, hips go back onto your heels. Active child's pose. Take a round of breath. Inhale to round your spine, come up. Exhale, melt your hips to the mat. Inhale, heart through the arms. Exhale, hips shift back to tabletop to take you back into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk or step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, circle your arms, reach up. Exhale once more, open the arms to goalpost, send your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, find that tall spine as you reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, hands release to your heart, shift the weight to your left foot, bringing your right knee towards your chest. Then just taking a moment, you're pressing up and out through that left foot, find your balance. Inhale, send your arms out into a T. Exhale, right foot is guided back behind you into a warrior three. And don't worry about how high the foot gets here. Then as the leg goes back, fingertips reach to your hips. Guide your right hip down so it's level with your left hip. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend your left knee, lower right toes behind you. Check in to make sure as the right toes come down, left knee is over the ankle. Then inhale, rise, fingertips to ceiling, come into high crescent lunge. Again, lift the hips up towards the shoulders. Exhale, open to goalpost. Bend your right knee, lower it halfway towards the mat. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, spin right foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. You're opening up into your warrior two on the other side. So again, making sure that left knee comes over the ankle and is tracking towards your pinky toe. Weight is pressed completely into your back leg. Arms are extending long in one straight line. Then begin to flip your left palm. Inhale, reach forward slightly. Exhale, take that left palm up and over into your reverse warrior. Exhale, bring left forearm on top of your left thigh. Right hand extends up and over, extended side angle. You're going to inhale, come up to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to your mat, frame your left foot. Come on the tippy toes of that right foot. Inhale, left foot goes back into your three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee, stack your hip. Inhale, bring yourself to center. Exhale, lower left foot to your downward facing dog. Inhale, bring it forward, high plank. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Exhale to release. Inhale, press up, tabletop. This time, exhale, big toes touch. Sink your hips back into your child's pose. Take a round of breath. Inhale, begin to roll yourself to sit back onto your heels. Exhale, crown of the head comes up towards the ceiling, shoulders draw up and down the back. So if you're in kneeling here and it's feeling some pain in your knees, even the ankles, you can find a more comfortable seated position. You don't have to be in kneeling. But as you come back, you're going to inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, open arms to goalpost. Inhale, fingertips come up towards the ceiling, lift to your knees so you're shifting off of your heels. Exhale, bring the hands to your mat. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk or step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, begin to heel toe your feet out to the edge of your mat. Let your toes go out, heels in. You're just going to exhale to release your breath. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to bend your knees. Begin to lower tailbone and hips down towards your mat. You can shift your feet in closer instead of taking them all the way out towards the edge of your mat. Coming into your yogi squat. So as you come down, you're bringing the arms inside of the legs. Your option to keep your hands to your mat, or you can bring your hands into your heart center. Lifting up through the heart, so heart comes towards the thumbs, thumbs come towards the heart. That's if your hands are at heart center. Let yourself feel your breath here for a moment. And take one more deep inhale. Exhale, however you get there, you're going to lower yourself down to your seated position. As you come to seated, inhale, extend your legs all the way out in front of you. Draw the toes back towards your face. And exhale, send the arms up overhead, bringing the arms past your ears for an inhale. Feel the activity here through the legs and the core. Then as you exhale, you're going to open your arms to goalpost. As you do this, you're going to lower down all the way to your back. As you come down, you're going to reach fingertips towards your feet. Then inhale, send your arms up past your ears. Come into a full body stretch, reaching from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Exhale, slide your feet to your sit bones. Let your hands come down by your hips. Then just take a moment, press into your heels, lift your hips just slightly off of your mat. Tuck the tailbone under, then lower so that low back is flush to the mat here. Bring the shoulders underneath your back. Keep your gaze to the top of the room, so to your ceiling. Doing this to keep your neck safe as you go into this next posture. So take one more deep inhale just to hold as you are. Exhale, press into your heels, beginning to lift your hips, come up into your bridge pose. So option here to keep your hands as they are, or you can bring the hands underneath the body, interlace, squeeze the shoulders in a little bit closer to help you lift up through your hips a little bit higher. Just breathing as you hold. And if you have your hands interlaced underneath you, release. Take the arms up and around the body. Come in, give yourself a hug, and begin to roll down one vertebra at a time. Releasing the arms down at your side, bringing them out into a T or to goal post. Press into the feet. Inhale, shift your hips to your right. Exhale and release your knees over to your left. Come into a supine twist. Option here to send your gaze over your right shoulder if it feels good for your neck. Inhale, bring the gaze up through to center. If you moved your neck, exhale, bringing the knees back through to center. Inhale, press into your feet, shift your hips over to the left. Exhale and release your knees over to your right. And again, if it's comfortable for your neck, send your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, everything comes back through to center. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Inhale, hands or arms come to the top of your legs. Give yourself a hug. And exhale, let your hands relax down towards your hips. Let the feet extend all the way down your mat. And as the legs come down, draw the shoulders underneath you. Let the palm of your hands flip towards the top of the room as you soften through the fronts of your shoulders. In this moment, take the biggest inhale in. Exhale, let it go. Let your body release to your mat. Settle into your Shavasana or corpse pose here. In this moment, you're allowing yourself to relax. You're allowing the body to absorb all the good things you just did for it. And you always have the option with this last posture, which can be very tedious, very hard for many people to do, to just lay on their backs and stillness. But you can always find a tall seated position. You can roll over onto your side. You could even lay on your belly. What you really want in this space is relaxation, resetting the body. A space where you can just really let go, where you can really find stillness. Taking this time out for yourself from the hectic days that we live. And you can let yourself hold whatever position you decide to take, for however long you would like. And I cannot thank you enough for taking this time out for yourself. Thank yourself for doing that. But I thank you so much for finding my channel, for clicking on this video, for practicing with me. And as the light in me honors the light in you, namaste.